What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Mountain. Welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors. In the last episode, we started off Skyloft, starting the Skyward Sword timeline. And in this episode, well, we could continue that. However, what do you say we jump up to Twilight Field and start the Twilight Princess timeline? Now, we can only play as Lana in this level, so before we start, let's go to the bazaar and check out some of the changes I made, specifically to the badges, more or less to the attack badges. So, we are all the way up to Kokiri Sword 3. Of course, we've got Stamina Fruit 1. We've also got Din's Fire, which makes the special attack gauge fill up faster, and Wooden Sword 2, which I believe only applies if we're using the Deku Spear weapon. So, since I'm probably going to use the book, that won't really apply. Defense badges, more or less the same. And, same goes for the assist badges, so nothing new there. However, I do actually want to go to the smithy because there is actually a weapon that I can fuse with Lana. So, let's open up the Book of Sorcery real quick, and, check it out. So, this has 104 base attack and an empty seal. I'm gonna use this with, that weapon that we got that has the Strength 4 seal. So, I'm gonna fuse these two weapons together, and not only will I get the 104 base attack, I will also get the Strength 4 seal, which will make it even more powerful. So, of course, I want to fuse that together, and there we go. So, we have a brand new freaking weapon that's like super powerful now. Anyways, now that that is out of the way, what do you say we actually get started with this level? Unfortunately, that new Book of Sorcery that I just fused, it's not actually recommended, but I'm still gonna use it anyways. Why? Because I feel like it. Let's go.
Lana stepped through her portal and found a jarring sight. Wherever she looked, the kingdom was consumed by shadow. Though she knew of the Twilight Realm, she had never seen it firsthand. Lana's sorcery could not reveal who or what was causing the twilight to cover Hyrule so completely. She soon came upon a small village beset by monsters. Her mission to close the Gate of Souls would have to wait.
Alright, so as you can tell, some of the map is actually blacked out. Now that plays a very big role in this stage later on, so I'll talk about it, you know, once we actually get introduced to it. But I mean, just look at this place. It looks amazing. It makes me wish all of Twilight Princess looked like this, because I don't know about you guys, but I never really found Twilight Princess's like graphic and art style that appealing, just because I feel like it tried way too hard to be dark and more mature than it actually needed to be. And I guess that just means that I'm more of a fan of, like, the light-hearted Zeldas. Like, I'm not saying that Twilight Princess was a bad game at all. I just feel like the game was lacking in its color palette because everything was sort of bland and blended together. But I like this reimagining of the Twilight Princess overworld just because it feels like there's a lot more color to it, and it's more just alive and vibrant. So I feel like the game really would have like benefited from a more diverse color palette, if you want to say it like that. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like, I really do enjoy Twilight Princess. I just wish it wasn't as dark as it is sometimes. Anyways, though, we're in, like, Kakariko Village from Twilight Princess. At least I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed into. It looks very similar, although it could be another village. But I'm like 99% sure it's supposed to be Kakariko. Although, I will admit, I'm not the most familiar with Twilight Princess. It's kind of funny because the newest Zelda games, like both Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, are the two Zelda games that I'm probably the least familiar with out of like all of them. I would say even know A Link Between Worlds better than I know Twilight Princess, but I guess that game is a lot shorter too. Anyways, check it out. It's a new character. Don't squish me. Lana to the rescue. Close one. Are you alright? Yes, and who might you be? I'm Lana. I'm looking for the Gate of Souls. I just don't know where to look. Gate of Souls? Never seen one before. But I can take you right to where you want to go. How would you do that? with this goddess butterfly, of course. It will guide us through the Twilight Realm. Now, I want to be, like, totally upfront with you guys. When they first announced Agatha for this game, I was like, are you serious? I almost thought it was a joke because, really? Of all the characters in Twilight Princess, Agatha, you give her golden bugs, and that's, like, all she does in that entire game. So it seemed kind of random, and, like, I could at least think of a handful of other characters that would be way better suited for this game other than Agatha. The problem is, as they announced more and more characters, I sort of looked at it and thought, you know, since like every other role is already filled, I guess Agatha does really make sense. And her moveset is entirely like different than everything else. I mean, look at that. It's a giant beetle. She summons giant bugs to help her fight. Like, that is totally out there, way different than everyone else in this game. So I guess it did make sense in the grand scheme of things, but like when they first announced her, I was almost kind of angry because like, come on, they could have put someone better in the game, but I've warmed up to good old Agatha here, so I think she's pretty cool now. I'm actually kind of excited to play as her because I have not had a chance to play as Agatha yet, so hopefully she's really fun. Now, of course, since this is our first mission seeing Agatha, yes, there's a bit of an escort mission that goes along with that. It seems to be like the general thing that happens whenever you meet a new character. Now, I am going to have to go on a rant for a little bit here because I swear, Agatha's AI is programmed to be the most annoying thing on the planet. Because normally, whenever we've had to like escort another, you know, AI-controlled character, as long as there's like less than a certain number of enemies, they'll just continue going and blow past them. Agatha, I swear, she's the complete opposite. If there is even one enemy within like a 50-foot radius of her, she will stop in her tracks and not move until that enemy is gone. It is the most annoying thing on the planet. And all I need to do is get her through this like Twilight Gate to open up the door to the next area. I guarantee you she's going to be here for like 10 minutes fighting off these stupid like enemies just because she will not move until they're gone. Like even the Hylian soldiers are barely doing anything. And there's really not that many enemies here. So I don't know why. She just will not move. Hopefully, you know, we can get her to move soon. I don't even see. Okay, there's some enemies over here still. Let me just go and get rid of these guys real quick. Are we good now? Come on, Agatha. I think we're good. Hopefully, she starts moving. Alright. I think the Hylian troops came in. Nope, she's still standing there. Come on, what is it? Are you serious? That one enemy. Are you kidding me? Alright, it's gone. Alright, now she's moving. Thank goodness. Come on, Agatha. Don't go back through there. What are you doing? No, stop. Just go to the gate, Agatha. No, you're going the wrong way. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not even joking right now. This is actually happening. I cannot believe this. Alright, there is nothing near you. Alright, thank you. Oh my gosh, that was the most annoying thing ever. Thankfully, that's like the only time that happens because we really don't have to lead her anywhere else in this level. So, my gosh, was that obnoxious. Holy crap. Alright, anyways, enough of that though. Let's take over this keep. I'm going to stop complaining and start playing this game. I've got to tell you though, I love Lana's new combos, especially this giant wall thing. Like, it's so ridiculously powerful. You can clear keeps so quickly. Like, it's not even funny. It's kind of cool too. Like, we're also getting to see the moves that they were showing off like in the trailer. So it's kind of nice to be able to play with them. I have a feeling when like Lana gets fully powered up, she's just going to be a powerhouse of attacks. Like, she's probably my second favorite character right now. I still think Link is like my #1 go-to guy just because all of his moves and combos just feel really fluid, and it's just nice to play as Link and slaughter a ton of enemies all at once. But Lana is definitely a close second. Like, she's got some really awesome combos, and she's really fun to play as. Anyways, though, if this freaking Dark Hair Alphos could just die kindly, I can move on with the rest of this level. Alright, there we go. So now that we've captured this keep, keep a close eye on the map, because watch what is about to happen. Like, notice how it's dark? Well, bam, flash of light, and now the map has returned to normal. So basically, any keeps that are inside these like Twilight Realm sections of the stages, when you capture them, it returns that entire area back to the normal light world, which is a really cool aspect. And there is more to it than just that, but we haven't really gotten to that point of the stage yet. However, that is coming up very shortly. As long as everyone gets over here, we can actually get to that point. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. And hey, look, it's Midna! Midna looks really freaking cool in this game. Let it go. That insect is important. Why? So it can fly around and spread poison on my forces? What? Actually, that butterfly you see now is not of a poisonous genus, I can assure you. Genus? This is a goddess butterfly. If you ask it kindly, it will guide you anywhere you want to go. Isn't that nice? Guide me anywhere, huh? Hey, butterfly, take me to that ugly witch. Oh my, whatever should we do? Guess we'll just have to fight it out. Well, it seems like Midna and Sia have both met before, and Midna does not seem happy about that at all. So here's where the stage gets really interesting. We now have two opposing forces. Not only do we have Sia's army, we have Midna's Twilight army. Now, for the most part, it's more or less the same. There's no, like, benefit or punishment for attacking Midna's forces. Like, just treat them as sort of the same thing. They're still an enemy, you still have to defeat them to take over keeps, and so on and so forth. It's actually more beneficial in some cases to actually defeat Midna's army than it is Sia's army. But for now, we do need to technically worry about both. I'm going to try and capture a few keeps back from the Twilight Realm just because I kind of want to get a head start on restoring the map. Like, it's not really a priority right now, but if you can do it, go for it, because it will save you some time a little bit later on. Now, this is actually going to seem kind of weird, but our current win condition is actually to get the goddess butterfly back from Midna. So we can actually kind of ignore Sia right now if we wanted to. And what's actually kind of nice is that although, you know, we can attack both Midna's and Sia's forces, like, Sia and Midna's armies will actually fight each other as well, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, sure, they will attack us, but they'll also attack our enemy as well. So, I don't know, overall, it just sort of, like, balances everything out, I guess. You know what I just remembered, and I totally apologize for this, guys, but, there's technically nothing we could have done about it now at this point anyways, but, there actually is a heart container that you can collect already in this stage. But you do need a hookshot to get it. So, you know that part where we were escorting Agatha from the village to that first, like, Twilight area? Well, right near that, enemy outpost, there's actually, like, a little alcove right off the main path, and if you have the hookshot, you can go up there, and I'm pretty sure there's a chest that contains a full heart container, so keep that in mind. However, since we don't have the hookshot anyways, we couldn't have even gotten that. Oddly enough, you actually do get the hookshot in the level after this one, so, I mean, I guess that kind of stinks, but regardless, like I said in the last episode, we're going to have some backtracking anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. But usually I do like to point those things out, you know, as we pass them, just in case. Oh, no, I did not want to do this. I do not want to engage Midna right now. So, the reason why taking out these Twilight Zone sections of the map is important is because that actually lowers Midna's overall power. Like, she is ridiculously strong if all of those, like, Twilight areas are, you know, still captured. So, after you take down a few of them, obviously she becomes a little bit weaker, but she is still pretty strong right now. So, I really don't want to fight her. Instead, let's just go and capture a few more keeps. Actually, most of these are still locked, so I need to figure out which ones I can actually get to right now and then capture those ones. The rest will unlock at a later point, but I believe they do unlock like sometime after Midna and Sia encounter each other, so I really should have just like left them alone. But I'll go around this way because I'm pretty sure we can actually enter this rightmost keep, so I might as well do that, capture this keep, and then go on from there. Sadly though, we will actually have to take care of Midna very soon. Like, she didn't really listen to us, and she actually thinks that we're fighting with Sia, so not really a good thing. We'll definitely have to knock some sense into her. You know, I gotta say, I really dig this giant, like, electrical pillar attack. It's a freaking cool combo. Like, you can just pin enemies with that and just drain their HP. So incredibly useful. And, alright, sweet. We can't actually get into this keep right now, so might as well take it over. It's got a freaking giant Deku Baba, like, dead in the center. That's really freaking obnoxious. So let's try and get rid of that real quick. And no, I do not want to target the freaking dragon. I want to target the Deku Baba. See, this is what I mean by L targeting being finicky sometimes. And gosh dang it. Alright, come on. No, not the dragon again. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, so now that that is gone, we can continue taking this keep. I really wish the keep bosses weren't these, like, dark Eralfos guys, because they are really obnoxious to fight. And again, yeah, if we did have the hook shot from the next level, it would be a lot easier to fight, but since we don't have it, it's kind of annoying. The struggle is real, my friends. Alright, there we go. We actually got it. Sweet. So, there's only 3 Twilight keeps left. You know what? That's actually probably enough. Ooh, and Seal left the battlefield. I believe that means we have access to the rest of the map now. So, we might as well go and capture a few more of these Twilight areas. Although, I think with, like, the 3 major ones gone, we probably could go and fight Midna. But hey, check it out. A gold skeleton appeared. So, before we do anything else, what do you say we go and grab that? Now, of course, the freaking gold skeleton is all the way back at, like, the very beginning area of this stage. So, let's just run over there real quick and go and grab it. I believe it's, like, directly in the random center of Kakariko. And yeah, Midna thinks that, you know, Sia escaped because of us, even though we were nowhere near Midna and Sia. So, apparently it's our fault. But whatever, Midna. We're not on Sia's side. You're not listening to us. All we want is a stupid butterfly. But fine, whatever. If you want to fight, we'll do it. Anyways, yeah, here's the skeleton. Give me that. Nice. So now that we got that, let's get out of here. I guess right now, what we could do is either A, go and fight Midna, or B, try and take more Twilight keeps. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do at this point. Yeah, our victory conditions just changed, actually. So now all we have to do is defeat Midna, and then, you know, we win. So, let me take one more Twilight keep, and then I guess we'll go and fight Midna. I mean, having her at low power is just going to help us out regardless, so might as well. And, she retreats to the bridge now, so basically that's going to give us enough time to capture as many Twilight keeps as we want, and then we can just rush straight for the bridge, and that's where we'll have our final battle with Midna herself. And it's kind of sad, because Midna is actually my favorite, like, Zelda companion. Although, her only competition was 2 fairies, and a person who talked mathematically and had no arms. So, yeah, she kind of won by default, but, like, she actually had an attitude, which was kind of nice, and a personality, whereas Fi just sort of lacked a personality. Navi was just annoying, and Tattle kind of had a personality, but came off as just a nag, so I guess Tattle might have been the best before, you know, we actually had Midna, but Midna really takes the case in terms of actual, like, companions in Zelda, because she was really vocal and, you know, wasn't afraid to, like, say her opinion, whereas all the other companions were just sort of there, didn't really do much. And I think that's, like, sort of why I had such high hopes for Fi and feel like she was severely underused in Skyward Sword, because, you know, Nintendo proved that they could make an interesting and likable companion with Twilight Princess. So I was like super excited for Skyward Sword. I was like, alright, what are they going to do this time for our companion? And then they gave us Fi, which, I mean, she's cool, but she wasn't like anything special. Like I said, she didn't have a personality, so she was easily forgettable, and oftentimes she was just kind of annoying. Like, she would get in the way and tell you the most pointless things that you had already figured out. So, alright, that was a waste of a special. I did not even mean to do that, but whatever, I'll take it, I guess. Anyways, we somehow actually captured the keep using that terrible, terrible special. So, now that that is done, let's actually just head over to Midna, because there's no other Twilight areas that we can capture except for the one that's behind her, so why not? I'll take this outpost along the way too, just because it's here. But there we go. And what's nice about like this Midna fight is that any damage that like we dealt to her, you know, she doesn't actually heal up. And I think since we captured like so many Twilight Realm areas, I think like her HP is actually lowered when we get into this fight. I'm not entirely sure on that, but she is at half HP now, and I'm pretty sure we didn't do that much damage to her when we first encountered her. So I think, you know, capturing those Twilight areas actually did lower her HP for the start of this battle, at least. Anyways, here we go. I like the fact that she hums the little Twilight Princess tune, you know, when her introduction plays. It's a really nice, subtle touch. It took me a while to notice it, actually, because I practiced this stage a few times, and like, when I noticed that, I was like, oh man, that's really good. There's a lot of little things like that in this game that, again, just like further show that they really took their time and care when crafting every single character in this game. Midna's got some really cool moves too. Like, I'm really excited to play as her as well, just because she seems really, really awesome. Like, she gets to use this Twilight Wolf. It's not actually Link, it's just a normal Twilight Wolf, but it seems really cool. This is actually like a really cool place to fight too, like on the Bridge of Eldin. It's probably in our favor since we can sort of just like pin Midna up against a wall, and you know how that sort of works in this game. If you can pin an enemy against a wall, you pretty much have the advantage 9 times out of 10. Plus, since this area is so small, you can just like use your dash to pretty much avoid every single attack and make sure you're always close by when the weak point meter actually does appear. Speaking of which, come on, Midna. One more weak point meter, and I'm pretty sure you're gone at this point. Like, we're getting you really, really low. Oh, that actually might do it right there. Oh, hang on. She's hanging on by like a thread. There we go. Down goes Midna. Alright, and that actually will do it for this stage. I'm curious, though, what's actually behind here, because I've never gone in here before. Oh, it's just another keep. There's really nothing special back here. Well, that's kind of a letdown, but I guess that does it for this stage. And yeah, we're going to take our butterfly back, but no, we're not with Sea of Midna. That's what we were trying to tell you, my gosh. And yeah, you should have listened to Lana to begin with. It's your own fault. And of course, Midna would try to blame us. Whatever. Anyways, let's pick up the remaining of these drops while we're here, because they will actually count towards the end of the stage, but I think that's about all we're going to get anyways. So, that'll do it. Oh, Lana, you're so quiet, Desu. Alright, so here are our ending stats for this level. Looks like we're going to get over 60k rupees. Not bad at all. I still have yet to actually spend them. Ooh, lightning plus. Cool. Hey, we got a fire rod with fire plus. Cool. Ooh, dang, a lot of materials from that. Nice. And let's see what we got. Hey, look, it's Midna's helmet. I guess that makes sense for the stage. And now we also unlocked Midna, as well as her weapon, the Cursed Shackle. Cool, cool. Ooh, and some lore for Agatha. Nice. Let me get some lore for Midna as well, of course, of course. Now, unfortunately, I just realized something by looking at my notes. I did not pick up a piece of heart as Lana in that episode, so I need to go back and do that real quick. So I'll show that off before we end off this episode. Alright, so I'm back. This heart piece, I don't know how I missed this. I guess I never just came in this area on the map the first time I played through. But, to the right of the, Twilight Keep that's in this area, there's like a keep that's owned by Sia. So, capture that, and here is the chest. And of course, inside this chest, we are going to get a lovely piece of heart. Alright, now that we got that, we've successfully collected everything in the stage that we could collect on the first run through. Anyways, now that that is done, we can end off this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.